Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN, and we're back for another DCUO video. And today I want to talk about 5 things that I'd like to see in a DCUO sequel. Now, for those of you who are subscribed, we did talk about, or I did make a video talking about how I believe that there does need to be a DCUO sequel. Obviously, it wouldn't happen for several years, but thinking about it further, I wanted to kind of further the discussion a little bit, and I wanted to talk about my 5 things that I would like to see in a DCUO sequel. So, in no particular order, number 1, I would like to see better graphics. Now, of course, this may not actually happen until... What the hell is this guy doing? And that might not actually happen until, maybe the next generation of consoles come out, so PlayStation 5 and whatever the next Xbox would be. But I would like to see an updated graphics. I mean, the graphics have pretty much been the same since the game came out back in, 2011, 2010. Jumping from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4 made the graphics a little bit more crisp, and there was a little bit more detail. But all in all, the graphics definitely need an improvement, I would say. Like I said, it might not happen until the next generation of console comes out, but better graphics is a must. Number 2. Let's have a balance of PvE and PvP. Now, I think I've mentioned this several times before in other videos, but PvP has gotten no love in a very long time with this game because that is not the cash cow. Obviously, they're focusing on PvE because that's where the developers and the Daybreak and all of the companies make all of their freaking money. So, we need to have a balance of PvE and PvP. And I say that because there are a lot of players who do enjoy playing PvP, and I feel like with them just focusing on the player versus environment and trying to focus all of their money grabs on that, they kind of alienate a lot of players, and that could be one of the reasons why DC has lost a lot of players. Now, obviously, the stats revamp kind of also ruined that, and time capsules, but I believe that not having the PvP instances and all of that, not working on it, kind of alienated a lot of players, like I said. So number 3 would be, let's see different characters. Let's see different stories. So maybe this time around you have your pick of a mentor. Maybe you can, well, you kind of can pick your mentor, but what I want to see is different mentors. So not just Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Luthor, Joker, Circe. Let's see some other ones, and let's see each story be different. I think that would help the replayability of the game tremendously. That would definitely help as far as getting people back into the game and helping people create alternate characters. I think that would help out tremendously, and it would make the game more fun because you'd play the story mode through one mentor, and then you'd be kind of curious as to, at least I would be, as far as what the story is for this particular mentor or this one, and make them different. And kind of to go along into that would be to make episodes and make downloadable content around lesser known characters. So obviously the cash cow is the big 3: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. We all know that. We all get it. They tend to focus around the Justice League. But I want to see lesser known characters, and I've said this a million times too. Let's see some Justice League Dark. Let's see some Shazam. Let's see Martian Manhunter. Let's see God, I don't even know. Maybe like something like The Watchmen, Sandman, something like this DC property that's maybe a little lesser known. Now, obviously, some of that might deal with, like legal repercussions and all that, and maybe that's why they can't do it, but I would like to see it. So the next thing would be to keep your shit straight and leave shit alone. Developers are constantly buffing this, nerfing that, changing this power, changing that, buffing this, nerfing that. It gets really old. Leave everything alone. Leave everything balanced so that it comes down to the skill of the particular person. Make it so that each player has to find something that works for them. Now, and you can make it also like how DC used to be. Like there used to be, I can remember for every power, at least this is how I viewed it, there was always like an easy loadout and a more difficult loadout. So for the more skilled player, you could do the more difficult loadout. For a casual player, you could do the easier loadout. Kind of go back to that. Leave the powers alone. Don't buff this one minute and nerf this one the next minute just so that you can keep getting your money over and over and over again. Just leave it alone. Let people like freaking just fight. Like I said, just let them figure out what works best for them and leave it alone. Like, you don't need to fiddle with it and fuck with it every 2 seconds. And then the last thing would be to not make everything such a cash grab. Now, I know to a particular extent you need to. That's obviously how the games make the money. This is not just DCUO. This is every game now across the board, with it being able to, you know, download stuff from online easily, like from the PlayStation Store, or just going on a website if you're like on PC. I get it. You know, you have to make some money, but you also need to make sure that everything is not centered around money. So if you're offering something, for example, like for like the booster bundles, and you need to pay you know, $19.99 or $49.99 to get the market cash to do it, why don't you make it so that people that can't afford that kind of stuff can grind and earn that stuff on their own? I guess this is true to a certain extent, but I'd like to see more of that. More of like, not, you know, I don't have to spend like $8,000 just to get, you know, a particular aura that I want, or a particular style set that I want, or a particular this, or a particular that. Like, make it so that you can get that stuff on your own, but make it a little easier so you don't have to grind it and grind it and grind it and grind it. And if people do choose to kind of grind it out and get those particular feats or style sets or whatever, make it a little easier. Make it so that you don't have to freaking you know, you have to find the happy medium there. You don't want to make it so that people have to do the same freaking thing like 5,000 times, but you don't want to make it so that they can do it, like, get it after 1 or 2 times. So you have to find that like happy medium and make sure that not everything seems like a cash grab, because that turns a lot of players off as well. Like I said, I understand that some of the stuff will, you know, you'll have the opportunity to buy some stuff. That's just how all games work nowadays. It's just the nature of the beast. So, but you kind of can make that a little bit better. So that's what I would like to see personally, as far as a new sequel, or a sequel in general to DCUO. So let me know what your top 5 things are that you would like to see. I think that kind of covers the main bases for me. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, we'll see you soon.